We're going streaking!
Welcome into Cappers Cave. Yeah, that was echoes from the cave. That's what that was. I'm your host, Lorenzo de Costa. Welcome back. What a fucking year. Are we even going to get into that? I don't want to get into that, but we're probably going to talk about it, but I really don't want to talk about it. Been a fucking year. We've got Locksmith Larry's back. Ricky from the Bronx. Well, Ricky's not here this week. He says he needs a week or two to get caught up on football. Not many college bets out there. There's really, you know what? I think that's a good thing. You know, as much good that we can, take from this year in sports betting is that there's little less to go on, so we can spend more time researching, at least for college football. It's the same with the NFL, but we'll see if they have a whole full season. Please, football gods, if you're out there, give us a season, please. We want a season. Maybe along the line we start putting more fans in there and make it a little more exciting. But it's still enjoyable. Big Ten's talking; they'll be back in October. Pac-12, well, I don't know. They're on fire out there. No offense, and, God bless, to those people that are struggling out there. But they're not going to have a season. Not even because of COVID, because whatever the hell is going on out there. They always got something crazy going on out west. Big Ten might be back, though. You get SEC. I haven't even heard any word yet. I think they're just going to follow the Big Ten. But you have ACC play. You have Big 12. We got some bigger teams. We can do this. But we got some picks for you. That's why we came on here. We're back. Locksmith, how are you? Yeah, man. It's been a year, man. I ain't getting to say much about that and don't get to watch my Bulldogs. I am hoping they're going to come in. But I got some picks, man. I'm here. I'm alive, man. That shit ain't got me yet, but, we'll keep going. Good, man. That's good. That's good. Well, let's move right along. Are we going to get to our picks? This is going to be a little shorter show this week, but we're going to continue. Oh, yeah, we got the app coming out, guys. So listen up. Instead of listening to the podcast, whatever. If it's not for you, fine. We try to entertain you a little bit and give you something to listen to and give you some picks. But Cappers Cave and all our cappers, there's more than just us here that we'll put our picks together. We're going to put an app out there. It should be here next week. 2 weeks at most. They're finalizing some things, and when it comes out, all you got to do, click the app, get on there, and you get all the picks. You get nightly picks. You get baseball, NASCAR, golf. You get all of them. As long as something's in season, you're going to get a pick. I think it's like guaranteed 5 or something. Is it 5? It's like five a week, but we have to guarantee something. But I think it's just a small price, $7.99 or something. You get the app and you get a year's worth of picks. Better than, these freaking cheese balls on the internet. No offense, but, these guys that call themselves like major handicappers charging an arm and a leg for like a season pass for guaranteed picks. But yet they give you your money back, but yet you lost your money making the bet. So that doesn't really help. But these guys are so good. Why are you charging so much for your picks? We don't do that here. We do the research for you because we all know you're busy out there. We're busy. You're busy. Fucking pandemic, of course. When do you got time to actually do professional sports capping research? It's tough. It's tougher than you think. You really have to spend your time on it. Yeah, everybody gets a feeling once in a while. I want to put some money on a game and make it fun. Yeah, that's good. That's the fun of it. But why not? Click a button and you got a lot of picks. I'm not saying you only have to come to us, but it gives you something else to look at for a small price. Anyways, moving on. 2020. Just, give us something this year. If we can at least take something, maybe we put more on our bets. this year because we got to make up for all the shit we missed. It's been hard to bet. I won't lie. You know, MLB to hockey, you don't see enough of it. NBA, still action, but you know, sometimes you need times with those sports that have a long season. But NASCAR numbers been good with all our cappers here. You know, again, we don't talk about a lot of stuff. This is a football show for college, NFL, and we're gonna get right into it. Do you want to give your pick already? No, man, I ain't ready yet, man. I'm starting to look at games right now. You're starting to look at games right now. We knew this was coming on weeks ago, Locksmith. It's bad enough that Ricky didn't even make it because he says he needs more time. And if you're out there listening, Ricky, I mean, you want to be part of the show, man. I mean, fuck. No, I love you, Ricky. I'll give you that time. If you're gonna come in and give us good picks, I'll give you the time. But Locksmith here, he's supposed to be our SEC extraordinaire, but he doesn't have the SEC this year, do you? Man, you always have to bring that shit up, man. I've been talking to you for the last couple of weeks, and all you gotta talk about. Well, how about your Big Ten, man? That ain't coming in. Well, yeah, I guess. But what do we got? We're going to start in the Sun Belt and Conference USA. Charlotte versus App State. App State minus 17. Playing at home with no fans. I don't think they're bringing any fans, are they? We do got to pay attention to this. But again, it's 14,000 fans, 5,000 fans. It's not going to make much of a difference in our spread. Sean Clark, now the new coach of App State. And again, they've played that merry-go-round again of a new coach. After Eli left last December, Elijah, whatever the fuck his name is, just left up and left in December. Didn't play in the bowl game. No practice. You know, understandable. It's been a great program. App State's been up. Talking about them every year and still good. They're probably in contention to win the conference this year. But again, no practice. Tough spot for a new coach. You can see where we're starting to lean here. On the other hand, we have Will Healy, new coach, Charlotte. First year there, he takes them to the freaking... Gets them to a bowl game. I love this guy. It's really great. I mean, this guy, he's out partying with the kids last year. It's great. Great. Good first year in Charlotte. He's got a lot of athletes, you know? And they had a shootout against App last year. And I mean, don't expect fireworks this time around with no practice. But expect Niners QB Chris Reynolds to move the ball. I mean, he went for 296, 4 TDs against App State. You know, App does bring back 13 starters this season, including, you know, a trio of solid receivers too. You know, but Thomas, he will be without one of his top targets, Corey Sutton, who opted out. Yeah, he just opted out. It's one of his better receivers and 2 RBs. That could be a shutter shock for App. They usually come out swinging and have done nothing but move this program up, like I said, over the last decade. But in turn, you have a coaching change, like every year. When is it going to fall back? When are they going to fall back a little bit? They probably won't because they're bringing in athletes. But still, there's going to be that spot where you're struggling. That's what we look for. We think it's this game. Niners bring back a lot of players. Still got a quality QB, quality defense. Didn't play much defense against App last year, but these are big points for an in-state rivalry. I mean, they're fucking an hour away from them. Not even. Okay, close to 2 hours. Sorry. Still, in-state, no fans. It's going to be like a home game for them. 17 points is a lot against this tough Niners team. And App priority thinks they're going to kick the shit out of them. So we like it, you know. We're gonna take Charlotte, plus 17. It's a Saturday. Is it a... Wouldn't even tell you time. I don't even know what the fuck it is. Yeah, 12 p.m. It's a 12 p.m. game tomorrow. For sure. For sure. Excuse me. A little ice water. Locksmith, do you want to go ahead? Did you have something now? I know you've been taking your time over there, writing little notes and shit. I don't know what the hell you're doing, but what do you like? Yeah, man, you know who I like, man. I always go deep south, man. I gotta go with them Raging Cajuns. Just 'cause I like saying it, man. Them Cajuns, man. Them Raging Cajuns. They getting 11 points, man. 11 and a half. They getting 11 and a half. I mean, these boys, they returned 16 starters, man. This is a potent offense, man, lined up. And they're going against, listen to this, man. I done my research. You're going to have to listen up. I'm all ears. I mean, that's what I'm doing here. I got, my headphones on. I can hear you loud and clear. All right, man. Well, listen to this. They're going up against a 3-3-5 defense. Only once last year, right? Torch Texas State, 31-3. They average like 6.8 yards per play, man. And guess who they're going up against? Yeah. Iowa State. They love playing the 3-3-5, man. Yeah, I'll give it to you. I did see there were similar differences there, and I do like that angle. What else? What else you got? Man, they were the 8th best running game in 2019. Another good line, man. He's strong, veteran quarterback. Levi Lewis, man. I like this guy. He's quick. He's a killer. 1-2 run. 1-2 punch, man. Boom, boom. He rush. He run, man. And then they got Elijah Mitchell and Trey in the backfield, man. These guys run, man. I love these guys. Yeah, man, I agree. I mean, this Levi Lewis guy, he stuffed box scores last year, man. They does it all last year, every game, excelling. I mean, he's explosive. I love it. I mean, meanwhile, you got Brock Purdy. I do love that name. Brock Purdy. He is. He does. He's even mentioned to be a dark horse. I mean, it's 51 in Vegas, 50-1 in Vegas for this guy. 50-1. So this guy, he's explosive too. I do like him, but with the Cyclones, breaking in 4 new offensive line starters. Must replace 2 of their top 4 statistical receivers from last season, and Lafayette's defense showed a lot of big-time improvement in 2019. Nothing great, but, cutting down his points from 34 to, 19, which is huge, I guess. That is a big improvement. They also surrendered 5.5 and then down from 6.3 in 2018. 5.5 yards per snap. Listen, Iowa State had a few issues with Sun Belt teams last year. Or, I'm sorry, they didn't have any issues. But they only played one, ULM, 72-20. But that's a different apples and oranges, man. But it's now about to deal with the machine of a ground game. That's gonna I don't think they're gonna win, but I think that control is gonna really help it keep it close. So we like it. We're gonna chalk it up. Raging Cajuns, plus 11.5. Moving on. Got an ACC play. Syracuse at number 19, North Carolina. I don't know even how you can say 19. Can we fucking say that yet? I mean, come on. They're not playing against that many teams under them, are they? Unless we have a full season of every conference playing. Can we really give them that 19? All right, well, it does mean something because they are supposed to be stacked this year in the ACC. I think this is their year. That maybe they don't have Clemson in the conference, or they don't get to play them. They don't have to play them this year. Maybe they will meet them for the final game. But listen, this is a large spread for an unproven NC team. Okay, we're about to talk them up, but we're talking them down a little bit. But they got Mac Brown. He's back there. He's done tremendous job his whole career. Is that half the spread? Is that half the spread just on Mac Brown himself? I don't know. And it keeps going up. I mean, he's at 23 now. All the more reason we like it. I mean, this is a lot of juice from a strange offseason. I mean, who can predict this? This is just an athlete versus athlete spread. And it's clearly NC has more of it. Cuse. I mean, let's look at him. I mean, Cuse has always had a decent program, but let's obviously look at him this year. Cuse. New defensive scheme, going to the 3-3-5. New defensive coach. Bound to have some busts. And North Carolina has the athletes to make it hurt. They will. Carolina offense that returns most of its offensive line. 2,000-yard receivers. Quick backs. A poised quarterback. Cuse running backs. Javion Howard. Abdul Adams. The only problem is neither player. They haven't been seen at practices. Neither of them appeared on the depth chart this week. And while the head coach, Dino, has been willing to hasn't shed much light on their situation. It has, though, been reported that both players opted out. See ya. It just spells more trouble. I can see why the spread is so high. But I like that a lot of people are going to probably stay away from it. I mean, it has gone up, but I mean, positive. There's one positive note for Cuse is that Tommy DeVito, the quarterback, he was sacked 35 times last season. It's positive. Very positive. Very positive. I mean, with new offense, defensive schemes, coaches, loss of players, this is a complete rebuild. And should show it in the first game with limited practice. I mean, come on. On the other side, NC returns a lot of players, a coach that probably knows what to do in these situations. Not many have been in these situations, but they at least know how to prepare their players, and that's a big thing. I mean, they got a lot of players that played with each other last year, have great talent. Again, could be the year without Clemson. I'm willing to bite the huge bullet with the first game. I think this offense is so potent against the new defense. They're going to put up 50 points. This could be a 53-10 game. Easily. I'll take that 23 points. Lock it up. Lock it up, Locksmith. Yeah, man, I've been paying attention to NC, man. I always liked Mac Brown. He always done good with teams. I mean, look what he did his first year, man, there. And then he's already back for another, and they're already talking maybe championship for that team. And I'm not national championship, but, for the ACC, man. We'll see if they can put up against Clemson. I agree, man. I think they could. We'll see how. I hope they get some competition this year. Let's stay in the ACC because, well, it's really the only other big conference Big 12. But honestly, we didn't like many Big 12 games this year or this week. But maybe we did. I don't know. We got some in there. I didn't even look through my paperwork. This is fucking 2020, man. Maybe you guys shouldn't even listen to the show. I don't even trust my fucking picks, man. Don't. This year. Nah. We're still doing the same thing, man. We're still pounding the paper. If that makes any fucking sense. I don't even know. Does that mean? I mean, I don't know what the hell that means. Yeah, see? I got that cloudy COVID brain, man. I didn't have COVID. I don't have it, so don't give me that look. But it's just, see, I can't even know what to say next. It's become a problem. If so, fucking facto. Okay, Georgia Tech, Florida State. Florida State minus 13, over under sitting at 52. I think we're avoiding the spread here and sticking with the total. I do like, FSU. Again, with the fucking COVID, man. New coach, limited time. He came in late, played in the bowl game, or did they even make the bowl game? I don't know if they did. Limited time, but he came in. It spells a little trouble. It should be a slow start. On the other side, this will be the second season after abandoning the triple option for Georgia Tech. Hey, it worked out great for him last year, moving to the pro spread offense. No, it didn't. They had a 3-9 season. You think off the bat maybe they got better and there would be more points. But again, limited time to fix it because of all this shit. I mean, they had 18 points per game they averaged last year. How can you fix that to like a 27? You're not going to do that. You're going to need well over 18, and I in fact think it's going to be lower than that. At least to start with a team like the Noles. I mean, both these teams' strengths are going to be on defense. The Noles, they lost their leading rusher, Cam Akers, to the NFL. Great rusher. And they should be testing a handful of backs. I mean, this could be a good setup for a slow game, especially if the Noles, they take a comfy lead, say 14-17, nothing. Then they're going to want to test out their backs because they really need that hard-nosed back. I mean, Noles have always loved to have that. They got a good quarterback. I think this could be time to slow things down for him. We'll easily take the 50, under 52. Under 52. Moving on. Your favorite team, Locksmith. Man, Georgia ain't got no fucking game, man, this week, man. What are you talking about? I'm talking about Clemson. No, wait. They didn't. They didn't. That Burrow guy took it from him, didn't he?
Hey, I tell you what I'm gonna give
Dude,
you.
Macaulay Culkin, does he not look like him? I'm excited to see him in Cincinnati.
I'm gonna give
I'm
you
excited to see him,
pen
what they do
to
this
get
week.
your
We'll get into the NFL here in a
yellow,
minute.
No good keister off my property.
But I tell you
Or
what,
I pump your guts full of lead. All right, Johnny, I'm sorry.
he found his home. He's not home alone anymore.
2, 10.
Went back to his home. I don't really know what key players they got, but they still got some good offense. I think they're going to struggle a couple years, but we'll see. Yeah, Clemson, Wake Forest. Clemson sitting at 33. All right. I think this is the easiest money of the week. Easiest. By far. All right, you would think right off the bat, if you're not doing your research, high scoring affair, right? Maybe an upset since Clemson really not playing for anything except Trevor's NFL ranking, right? And Atenier, the running back, yeah. What else are they playing for? They're not going to play for a national champion. That sucks. They're going to play for an ACC. They're really playing right now for Trevor and his NFL ranking for the draft. But everybody knows without playing, they're going to pick him number one. Anyways, whatever team needs a quarterback if they're up there. I mean, the Demon Deacons were awesome last year. We loved them. We bet on them quite a bit because they could put up some numbers. They finished in the top 30 nationally on like all offensive categories. Even like the last 2 seasons. But that's going to change this time around. Only two starters returned from the offense. Offensive lineman Zach Thomas and Sean Mannigan. Starting quarterback Jamie Newman. This guy was awesome. We talked to him so much last year. Left Wake Forest. Left college football altogether. Star receiver Sage Surratt. Oh, this guy was great. NFL talent. Decided to opt out. But he's probably going to go to the draft is what I'm guessing. But he opted out, thinking they probably wouldn't have a season. I mean, Clemson's defense will lock down the Wake running game. I mean, that's really all they got right now. Making the Deacons one-dimensional. Take the big points here. We like to eat the big ones this week. We do.
That Hansel's so hot right now.
I mean, we do.
Hansel's so hot right.
I didn't even know why you push. Why you gotta push? That had nothing to do with that. Nothing. Don't start hitting stuff, dude. And it didn't. That nothing. Come on. We're not even betting on the Panthers this week. What are you doing? Now, take the point. Hey, you know what? Take Clemson. I think it's at 33 right now. If you can find 32 and a half, 32, take it. We'll take it, All right, moving on. Western Kentucky at Louisville. Louisville, whichever you prefer. Louisville sitting in minus 12, 57 and a half. Very interesting game here. Western Kentucky's already got one under the belt. They posted 9 victories last season, including wins at Arkansas, 40-19 at the First Responders Bowl in Western Michigan. Broncos 23-20. Their defense is fucking nasty. It is. And they got 16 of 22 offensive defenses started returning. So they got quite a bit coming back on defense. And on the other side, Cardinals had to replace one of their best OTs, who was picked number 11 overall by the Jets in the 2020 draft. Yes, and even with that first round NFL talent gone, their line was freaking terrible. I mean, that's bad news against a great defense like Western Kentucky. I mean, they're expected to contend for the division title in Conference USA again, mainly because of this defense. They have several NFL draft prospects, looking to prove their stock this season. I guarantee they're going to come out. I mean, a win over an ACC club would certainly help these guys. They're going to fight for their life this year. A small. I mean, it's not a small school, but a smaller school. It's not a big conference. They're going to show up their talent. They're going to show it. They're going to show it tomorrow. They might not get an outright win, but they should give their in-state rival a good scare. 4-0 last 4 games as a road underdog. Gone 6-0-1 ATS in the last 7 road games. Take the points here. Whoa. Don't go anywhere. Take the under 2. It's just too high. They're almost sitting at 60 points. 50. It's not one of our top star bets, but really, I can't see Louisville. They did have a good offense last year, and they started to play a little bit better towards the end of the season. But I tell you what, they did not see a defense like this last year. They did not. I mean, take it. This would be a good tease. Maybe. If you want to boost up WKU to like 16 points and then jump that over 60, I think you'd be sitting pretty sweet if you want to play a safe card. I like them both. We're taking them both. But hey, you want to stay safe? You know, first, second week kind of the whatever's going on right now. You know, we'll call it second week of the college football. But this is really the first big week of big games. So take it. Play it smart. We'll play to that. Moving the fuck on to the NFL. Man, this is just exciting. It's so juicy just looking at the first line of the games. It really is. I feel like I could bet every one of them without even researching them and stay over like 80%. Can we do that? Man, you good, but you ain't that good, man. I don't know why you always get like that. Like, you want to bet like $1,000 on every damn fucking game and see where you at. I'm really thinking about it. And I also want to watch every game. I wish I could at the same fucking time. I would. You got any NFL bets for me? Because I tell you what, Ricky, if you want to stay on this, I'm sorry, not Locksmith. I just offended you, didn't I? He's shaking his head at me right now. Man, I don't know why you bring up that fucking guy, man. He's probably so sad that right now that his Yankees ain't gonna make the playoffs. Well, they're not too far out. They're not too far out of there. But we're not gonna get it. This isn't a baseball show. But thank you. But really, I want to know if you're gonna stay on this show and give me some NFL picks this year. Because otherwise, you're just doing Big 12 and you're doing ACC. Okay, I don't give a shit. I can do that. Our other cappers can do that. You gotta give me some picks. You gotta give me some NFL picks. Man, you gonna kick me off the show? Man, you ain't gonna kick me off the show, man. They fucking love me out there, man. Yeah. I guess it's not gonna be my choice, but I'm just fucking with you, man. Where are we going first? Philly, Washington. And I didn't tell you to hit that music again. All right, Philly, Washington. We do, what we got a 4 o'clock game? Is that where we're starting already? No, the 1 o'clock. The Washington football team. So sophisticated now. Tough start, though, for Washington. New name. The coach, he's out with cancer. I mean, I'm serious now. Prayers go out to Riverboat Ron. I love the guy. Diagnosed with cancer. He's probably going to be out for a little bit. Del Rio, though, backup. Very capable of taking the helm. You know, but they got new coaches everywhere. It's going to be a strange season. Young players. Going to be a tough first game. Not that they won't get it together, but again, this is a division that's pretty easy to win if they do get it together. But I love the additions. Chase Young should be a monster right out of the gates. Good running back talent. Nice duo with, what do you got, Geis and Bryce. The Geis and Bryce show. I love it. McLaren, wide receiver. They have the talent. They got some talent. They need to feel more pieces, I'm sure of it. I'm not sure about Haskins yet. We'll see. Love them for Ohio State. Not going to dog on them. I love the Buckeyes, of course. Not sure if he's got the NFL talent. He's got the arm. He does have some accuracy. We'll have to see. This year is going to prove it. He might need a couple years to prove himself. But Philly, on the other hand, is another tough, plagued by injuries. No pun intended. Lots of talent, but they need desperately to stay healthy. Wentz, he's played 9 snaps in the last 6 postseason games. 9 snaps, 6 postseason games. Deshaun played 1 game last year, which really hurt. And they need the speed of Jeffrey. That it doesn't give that. He was also hurt, and Wentz relied on Ertz the whole season. That's why he had a great fantasy season. And this Dallas guy, tight end. He relied a lot on his tight ends. But, and they were still kind of competitive, They still did it. Now, Wentz, again, he didn't have the greatest, a lot of drop balls from him. Poor QB rating. Why did they bring in Jalen Hurts? RPO packages? Or they figure Wentz will get Hurts? Man, that's too soon, man. You can't use that. I will damn sure use it. Did that even make sense? I will damn sure use it. He will get Hurts again. No pun again. But he's not going to get hurt in the first game. Interesting, though. I like this Jalen Hurts guy. I think they're going to use him in the first year. Running back, Love. I love the Sanders kid. He had a great rookie season. 50 passes with 500-plus yards. Ran for 800. Nice combo with Juwan Howard, the downhill guy. And Schwartz, defense, has been known for having good defenses. He relies heavily on a strong pass rush. But last year, the Birds finished in the bottom half of the NFL in passing yards allowed and interceptions. Secondary, vulnerable last year. With no Malcolm Jenkins. We like the Birds winning here, but let's take a peek. Not just a peek, but let's take the over. Washington is in an all-out practice mode. They will take shots down the field all day with Haskins' big arm. And a weak Eagle defense in the back? This should lead to TDs or interceptions. Either way, points. Take the low over. Yeah, take it. Should probably keep going down since everyone's scared to know what to expect from either side right now. We know. We got it. Take it. Don't be scared. Take the over. 42.5. Like it. I'm rubbing my hands right now. If you can't see me, I'm rubbing my hands together like a greedy fucking easy point. Next, Indy. Jacksonville. Plus Jacksonville getting 7.5 and over-under sitting at 45. Lots of energy here. Or lack thereof on one side. I mean, this should be a rebirth season for old Philip Rivers. Great team around him. O-line, D-line, running backs, receivers, great coach. He should thrive here. He really should. But he's probably only got a couple years left, if not one. And he'd probably like more than anything to prove it in the first game. And Jags, they might be tanking. Minshew's beer-battered fucking jorts. Yeah, I said that. My man crushed that. Yeah, don't look at me like that. My man crushed last year. Yes, I know. But his fucking, beer-battered jorts may be good for now, but let's start thinking about Trevor Lawrence, huh? And those beautiful locks. Locks are better than jorts. Well, it depends on who's, to each his own. Is it not obvious? All the roster moves to free up money and picks. I mean, this guy, you know what? I'm going to go back to the fuck is his name? Dougie? Yeah, man, it's Doug Marrone. Yeah, I know. I should know this. He's former Bills quarterback, but that's what I want to talk about. Like, I don't trust this guy. He's in his fourth season and just trending down. He took a Super Bowl defense and just ripped them apart. And he left the Bills. And, of course, he blames Tom Coughlin. Oh, Tom. Oh, you did it. Now he's gone. So it's on him now. I think his karma is bitten this guy and still biting after how he left the Bills. He took his money and opted out. He really did. They were going to ask him back, but he had a chance to take like $2 or $3 million, I think, and just say, see ya. Took a year off. Now he had one of the best players, if not the best defensive player in Ramsey, leave because he didn't like the coaching. More will follow, as we've already seen already. Oh, this will be a complete rebuilding year on both sides. Unless Minshew just decides to surprisingly just step it up. I mean, he did great. He did great last year. No doubt about it. I think he had a great year, but, he's now the talent's going down around him. I mean, come on. I mean, they're just trying to free up money. I mean, I didn't even talk. We talked more about Jacksonville because there is so much to talk about Indy. And I'm not even talking about it. I should have to explain to you, but we just like Indy so much. They have such a great defense. And these running backs. They brought in the guy from Wisconsin, and they got Marlon Mack. They still got T.Y. They got a great offensive line. I mean, the reason Rivers, he still threw for over 4,000 yards last year, but he got sacked. He was dropping the ball. It's because his O-line was horrible. They got a great one here. Great defensive line. That's where you start, with the trenches. And if you're going to do that, you might as well bring in a veteran quarterback, and they have a good one. This is his year to at least get himself a playoff win, or maybe two. I don't see him going much further than that, but I like Felipe. -7.5. Take it. Got two more on the board here. What's up next? Chicago at Detroit. Detroit -2.5. Over/under sitting at 42.5. Even teams here, but too much pressure, I think, is going to be on Trubisky with Foles in the waiting. Trubisky's fighting for a new contract, and I'll have to earn it by having success on the field. That's what you do in the NFL. Stafford, MVP season last year. Well, until he got hurt, but I think he was on track. He has plenty of offensive talent this year. Galladay, Amendola, Hawkinson, Marvin Jones. I mean, these numbers, though, to where they've been ending up at the end of the season, they look bad on the coach. It's in his third year. Should be approved on defense, because that's what he is, supposedly, a good defensive coach. I mean, what are we even talking about here, man? I don't know, man. I didn't like this game. I don't know why you don't like. I don't like this game. You know what? I'm done talking about it. Let's just trash it. Let's move on to my favorite player to talk about. TB Tom Brady. Because it may be his last year, so I'm going to talk about it as much as I want, but I'm so glad he's out of our division. I love this. I think this is the other easiest money of the week. I think right now, the Bucks, the Tom Brady's, whatever you want to call them, are like the Browns last year. Oh, Super Bowl, greatest team ever. Like so many people on the NFL Network and ESPN are predicting the Buccaneers in the Super Bowl. Come on. Did you see Tom play last year? By the way, they had the best defense. The whole reason they stayed in games. Now you send him to a new offense with Arians and with Bruce, who's now had to change up his whole approach to this deep ball and kind of meet in the middle somewhere with Tommy boy. Come on, Tommy. I'll do what you want, Tommy. What do you want? What do you want? Suck my balls, Tommy. What do you want? It's going to be tough. Limited practice and play. An elite force like the Saints, the first game? I don't think so. I'm not even going to do much more research on this. There's no need to. You're not going to find some statistical something in history that's going to say Tom Brady and the fucking Buccaneers. They don't have it out there. This is simple. This line should be 7 or 8. New Orleans is going to come out pissed about last year because they keep losing first round of the playoffs, and they shouldn't be. But to get -3.5, eat that shit up. Eat it up. Eat it up. I'm telling you. That's it. Ricky, what do you think about that? Yeah, man, I'm just sitting over here. I think you changed my mind. I'll be honest. I've been all about them Buccaneers, man. But yeah, they are playing Breezy. Oh, sweet Breezy. And I love me some Breezy, man. So I get it. They're more a collective team, man. They've been playing together for a while. They should crush them first game. But I still think Buccaneers, they're going to be good. They're going to be a playoff team. I'm not saying that at all. Well, actually, I am kind of saying that. I don't even know if they will. But they do have a easy division, depending on how Atlanta plays this year. You never know with Atlanta. One season, and you know Atlanta's got a grudge on their shoulder after that one Super Bowl. They're going to still be thinking about Tom Brady. And now they're like, oh, I get to play him twice a year. I get to play him twice a year now. Mm-hmm. And Carolina, I mean, who knows what to expect. Okay, so the playoffs, but no Super Bowl, man. Quit talking Super Bowl. Quit talking fucking Super Bowl. It is Tom Brady, but no Super Bowl. That's it, man. We're out. Come back. We're going to do 2 shows a week. I don't know, depending on how many games, but maybe we're only going to do 1. I'm your host, Lorenzo de Costa. Locksmith Larry. This is Capper's Cave. And we're out.